In what officials are calling a minor hiccup in multi-billion-dollar resource synchronization, the U.S. Army has reportedly lost track of $120 million intended to feed active-duty soldiers, mysteriously rerouted somewhere between the Budget Oversight Division and some guy named Todd with a private jet. Pentagon spokesperson Colonel Raymond L. Griddle addressed the situation in a Wednesday press briefing, flanked by a flag, a stack of unread spreadsheets, and a half-eaten MRE. "We acknowledge the funds designated for troop nutrition may have been misallocated," said Griddle, adjusting his tie made entirely of procurement red tape. "But our new policy, hunger is temporary, honor is forever, should adequately sustain morale through this transition." They said it was gluten-free. It was just free of everything. Across multiple bases, soldiers are reporting sudden changes in their meals, from hot chow hall dishes to nutritional approximations sourced from old NASA prototypes and rebranded packing peanuts. Private First Class Jerome "Slim" Kincaid, stationed at Fort Nowhere, expressed concern over the Army's new budget-friendly cuisine. "Yesterday's lunch was a slice of bread, a packet of ketchup, and a laminated quote from George S. Patton," said Kincaid. "They told us the wisdom of past generals should fill the void inside us. I told them the void was mostly my stomach." In lieu of meals, soldiers receive posters and mindful chewing exercises. To offset any drop in nutrition, the Army has launched Operation Motivational Intake, which provides every unit with an assortment of framed posters featuring bald eagles, majestic mountains, and buzzwords like resilience, grit, and chew through the pain. Also included are laminated cards with visualizations of food, such as a sizzling steak and a smiling grandmother offering soup, intended to be stared at during mealtimes. "They're scratch and sniff," confirmed Staff Sergeant Ashley Renner. "Unfortunately, they all smell like despair." Defense contractors deny everything while sitting on velvet thrones. Meanwhile, officials from Stratex Corp Systems, the Army's contracted logistics partner for food and stuff, have denied any wrongdoing. "Look, we're as shocked as anyone," said Stratex Corp CFO Trent Van Glorious IV, while sipping a protein shake infused with Himalayan truffle oil. "We signed a contract for 100,000 meals. The fact that 90,000 were virtual NFTs of meals is clearly a clerical misunderstanding." When pressed on the matter, Van Glorious was escorted away in a gold-plated golf cart bearing the phrase "Integrity through Innovation." Some troops have begun foraging. Others have turned to CrossFit reports. From multiple bases suggest that troops have begun foraging for food in nearby areas, including military landscaping. "We found a patch of dandelions behind the motor pool," said Corporal Lila Tran, who now leads the 3rd Platoon Foraging Unit. "If you close your eyes, they almost taste like morale." Other units have embraced fasting as a form of spiritual combat readiness. A CrossFit-inspired regimen titled Operation Empty Guts, Full Hearts has swept through barracks, including exercises like burpees, fueled only by rage and nostalgia for Pop-Tarts. Pentagon investigators will look into it after lunch. A Pentagon Inspector General report is expected sometime next year or maybe after the election, citing the need for extensive review of confusing budget line items such as combat-ready charcuterie boards, tactical champagne for morale operations, and emergency slush fund for Colonel Griddle's retirement party. At press time, an anonymous tip from a mid-level supply clerk indicated the missing $120 million may be somewhere in the same drawer as the last 3 war-ending exit strategies. Until then, soldiers are encouraged to hydrate, stay motivated, and remember the words printed above every mess hall doorway. It's not about calories. It's about commitment.